If we were restricted to using people's names when referring to them both in speech and writing, communication would be an arduous task. It would make communication strenuous, and almost impossible to sustain. Thanks to personal pronouns, there is a solution for that. In this article, you will learn the meaning of personal pronouns in English, their types, first, second, and third-person personal pronouns, and copious examples of their uses in sentences. What is a personal pronoun in English? A personal pronoun is a pronoun that represents grammatical person in sentences. This implies that it is a pronoun used to make reference to people in sentences. For more context, if you were asked to write an essay about your friend, let's assume your friend's name is Betty. How many times will you mention her name in your essay? Here is a short sample. Betty is my best friend. Betty has a personality I admire so much which makes me respect Betty. Betty is a bit older than me, but Betty acts like a child whenever Betty is around me. Can you count how many times the name Betty was used in the sentence? Don't you think it was used a little too much? And reading the essay was strenuous. Now evaluate this refined short essay where we substitute the name for personal pronouns. Betty is my best friend. She has a personality I admire so much which makes me respect her. Betty is a bit older than me, but she acts like a child whenever she is around me. Doesn't this variation sound much better to you? Wasn't it much easier to read than the former essay? It had a better flow because of strategic placement of the pronouns in the sentence. This is what personal pronouns are all about. They are used as substitutes for names in sentences to avoid repeating them more times than necessary. Personal pronouns serve as representatives of names in sentences, which makes reading easy. When you don't repeat a name multiple times in your writing, it makes it more appealing, gives it better flow, and sustains readers' interest. Personal pronouns do not only represent persons but also make reference to animals, objects, and even inanimate objects. This does not suggest that you should completely swap out names in your writing, rather you should apply them sparingly, just like in the refined short sample essay I gave earlier. You made it to this point. Go ahead and like this video so that it can reach more people. I included a link to the article I wrote on this topic, which contains a simplified table of the types of personal pronouns in English. Click on the link to be able to download the table for free. Types of personal pronouns. There are three main types of personal pronouns in English, namely, first-person personal pronouns, second-person personal pronouns, and third-person personal pronouns. First-person personal pronouns. First-person personal pronouns are pronouns used to represent first person in sentences. First person is usually identified as the speaker in a conversation. It refers to the one who addresses another person, a group of people, or an issue. For a better understanding of the variations of first-person personal pronouns, I will categorize them into subgroups. Categorization of personal pronouns: case, subject, I, and we, object, me, and us, possessive, ours, and mine, number. Singular, I, me, and mine, plural, we, us, and ours, gender. Masculine and feminine. Examples of first-person personal pronouns: I am a prolific blogger. We know the right answer to the question. He gave me some of the recommended books. The new flower vase belongs to us. The vanilla-flavored ice cream is not ours. Second-person personal pronouns. Second-person personal pronouns are personal pronouns that make reference to second person in sentences. Second person refers to the person being addressed by a speaker in a conversation. It is the one being spoken to. We use second-person personal pronouns in making reference to people or animals being addressed by a person. Categorization of second-person personal pronouns: case, subject and object, you, possessive, yours, number. Singular and plural, you, gender. Masculine and feminine. Examples of second-person personal pronouns: you are the first visitor on this blog. She gave the bridal gown to you. These new shoes are all yours. You all came here for a reason. The senior teachers in her high school know you. Yours is much better than we thought it would be. Third-person personal pronouns. Third-person personal pronouns are personal pronouns that represent third person in sentences. Third person refers to the persons, or objects being spoken about in a conversation, unlike first person that refers to the one speaking, and second person that refers to the one being spoken to. It refers to those that are not participants in a conversation, but are the ones whom the it revolves around. Third-person personal pronouns represent persons, or objects spoken about in a sentence. They are the pronouns you rely on when delivering reports about people, or other phenomena. Categorization of third-person personal pronouns. Case. Subject, they, he, she, and it. Object, them, him, her, and it. Possessive, theirs, his, hers, and its. Number. Singular, he, him, his, she, her, hers, it, and its. Plural, they, them, and theirs. Gender. Male, he, him, and his. Female, she, her, and hers. Neutral, they, them, theirs, it, and its. Examples of third-person personal pronouns. They came to deliberate on the way forward. He is the newly elected chief executive officer of the company. She lacks what it takes to work here. It ate their trash and ran away. This book belongs to him. Mr. Benjamin came here to look for her. The new red Ferrari is his. The book you claimed was yours is actually hers. The farmers already know what is theirs. The dog thinks the bone is its. Love is a beautiful thing, isn't it? You would notice that in some examples, we used the third-person personal pronouns it, and its to refer to animals and inanimate objects. Love. This goes to show that they are not limited to making references to humans. Whenever you need to make reference to persons, or objects in writing, and in speech, without mentioning them directly, the pronouns you make use of are known as personal pronouns. There are three types of personal pronouns: first-person personal pronouns, second-person personal pronouns, and third-person personal pronouns. Understanding these pronouns will help you construct sentences with smoother flow, better readability, and sustained reader's interest. See you soon.